Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not seen the last episode that we filmed in the tiny house, it's seen better days. Oh my god, and it's right there too. I have to go home and put a tarp on the tiny house. This is really bad. Like really, really bad. Oh god. There is a couple issues of the time of year that this thing was built, which was winter. It was too cold for a lot of the paint to kind of set. Overall, Dawn and I kind of knew that there was going to be some cracks, but not as many as there is. And I've been having to keep a tarp on the tiny house for the past 3 weeks, almost a month now, and it's been brutal. Every time I've used my tiny house, it has to be when it's not raining and I have to come home, throw the tarp on, and it is very hard to put the tarp all the way over by yourself. Not fun. Oh, look who showed up. What's going on? Moral of the story, we gotta get this thing fixed. I've waited so long for it to be warm out, and today it is, I'm in a t-shirt, it's up north, you know, and it's 60 degrees out right now. We're at 57, it's gonna get to 60 degrees out today. So still not crazy warm enough to paint, but it's as good as it's gonna get for quite some time. We have a couple warm days coming up. I'm gonna take advantage of it, and we're gonna be working on this tiny house day in and day out until the cold comes back, because it will. It's a little too early for it to be warm up here, so I'm sure we'll have a pretty bad cold front come in soon. So yeah, we're just gonna take advantage of the weather that we have, and we gotta get up on the roof. I'm gonna show you guys all the products that I'm using that was recommended to me, and we're just gonna hope that it works. That's all I got. This product was highly recommended to me, and we're gonna put it on the seams and then roll it in and also heat it up. That's the first step before we start painting, is we wanna cover everything that we can with this and then paint over it. Apply in 50-degree Fahrenheit temperatures and rising. Oh, this is really heavy. This entire seam needs to be covered up, especially right here. This is a huge part of where the water is coming in. There's a nice crack. Not sure how good of an angle that is for you guys, but right in there. There's a couple up here too, like this one, that needs to be filled. And then it kind of continues down that way too. Now, if you want to save money like me, and you don't want to buy a $50 heat gun, you can kind of see the difference. This is where I've heated it up already, and then this is where I haven't heated it up. So it definitely molds a lot better, but it's just a lot of work not having a heat gun, but it's coming out pretty good if I'd say so. Before we go any further, I would like to stop and thank today's video sponsor, Discount Lots. If you want a way to make land ownership easy and simple, then this is for you. It's been a dream of mine to one day own land. I have a tiny house and a truck camper, so a lot of people ask me if I'm going to end up getting land, where to get land, what's the cheapest place to get land, and of course, if it's a good investment, which is why I partnered up with today's sponsor, Discount Lots. They are the people to go to if you're interested in looking at properties and buying your own land. In my opinion, buying land is one of the best investments you can make because of how profitable it can be. You can use it to farm, or you can get vacant land and build your dream house on it. All you're gonna need is the company Discount Lots. As their name implies, you can get vacant land and lots all over the United States at a heavily discounted price. They have been making land buying dreams come true since 2019, and let me tell you, these are the people that will make your dreams come true in securing your dream lot. There's no credit check, no commissions or fees, just $1 down payment, easy monthly payment plan, which allows their customers to purchase land for only about $200 per each month. Discount Lot owns all the properties listed on their website. They also have unique listings that you won't find on any other website. And if you want to see how their past clients feel with working with them, you can go check out their Google reviews, their Facebook reviews, and they also have reviews on Trustpilot. All you have to do is visit their website at discountlots.com, and the link will be under the description of this video. Choose a property that you want, click the buy now button, and voila, you're done. Buying land has literally never been this easy. Again, if you guys are interested, head over to discountlots.com, use my code DLBecca10, save yourself some money and secure your dream property. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's episode. This is something I've always wanted to do. One day I will own a plot of land and I cannot wait. So thank you so much for supporting the channel. Now let's get back into fixing the tiny house. I just checked the weather again. I think I'm gonna make the right decision and not rush this, because this really does need to be done right, or else it's just gonna be more and more expensive, and I definitely don't have the funds to do you know, more than I have to. So we're gonna wait. I just checked the weather. I'm gonna have to wait almost a week, because it's gonna be 60 and then it's gonna be 67. Both days are raining, and then it's gonna go right down to the 40s, and then it's the 50s, and then it's back up to the 60s, 67, 68 degrees, and there's no rain right now. It is spring. Very rainy and windy in the spring here, so it's gonna be really hard, but I really wanna get this done ASAP as soon as possible, so that's why I'm starting now, besides of like in a month and a half, because I don't wanna keep you guys waiting. I can still camp in this thing, just not when it's supposed to rain. Which isn't ideal, because it's raining a lot right now. It's New England, it rains all the time. It's always raining up here, so I don't want to wait. I think a week is good enough. Dang, that's such a bummer. I'll see you guys in a week. It is day 2 of this project. It's been about a week. Yeah, the weather has finally lined up decent enough that today's the day and tomorrow's the day, and we're just gonna be painting for the next couple of days. It's gonna be a lot, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see how it turns out. First, we're starting with the roof, because I ran out of the tape and I need to do a little bit more before we paint green over it, and that's coming tomorrow in the mail, or tonight, I can't remember. And then we'll do that, and then hopefully the green. So there's a lot going on, but we're really gonna grind it out. I'm in a t-shirt, I'm in shorts, it's beautiful out. Let's see how much we can get done and see how it turns out. I'm gonna do multiple coats, so it's early in the morning, we're starting early. Hopefully we get at least 2 coats done today. 3 would be ideal. But with that being said, let's get on the roof and let's get this started. Whoa. It's literally like a glue consistency. Why was I expecting normal paint? It doesn't really say what a good like thing to roll this on with is. As you can tell, the roof's gray. Now it's gonna be white. Oh well. This is scary. I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna get the rest of the roof. I gotta like physically be on the roof right now. No, no, no. Oh, God. That's... There's a hole. Oh, my God. Oh my god. So bad. Now we wait a couple of hours. I'm gonna check it, make sure I did everything right. It's a good enough coat. We went through an entire can to do that roof, and one single can was not cheap. So I'm getting really concerned about how much this is going to cost me. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully this is the key to our problems, because I've definitely found some spots where the paint didn't set correctly the first time we, well, Don, I had COVID when this was happening, so Don actually painted the entire thing, and it has to be the exact degrees that it recommends, or it's not going to set properly. And it definitely, in a lot of spots didn't set properly, and that's because, we didn't have a nice fancy shop that's heated in the winter. We did it in the dead of winter. So, learn from my mistakes. And Don did tell me, hey, this might happen, but if you want to do it this time of year, let's do it. Just learn from my mistakes. Just wait till it gets warm out to paint something, because it's so crucial. It's so crucial. But let's see how she turns out. I'm gonna check her in a couple of hours. I'm gonna go clean my truck. I'm going truck camping tonight, so I'd like to make sure that's all situated, but keep you posted. Wow. Yeah, it's dried. Not fully, but that's nice. I believe we're on day 3 now. I got a whole nother can. We're gonna do another coat on the roof, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do with the new thing of tape. I got some new stuff that I wanna show you. I'm just gonna time lapse me quickly doing another coat on the roof, because you guys already saw it. So just gonna time lapse that, make it quick, and then I'll show you guys what I'm doing to improve the white tape. Okay, I'm super satisfied with the roof. That's exactly what I wanted. It looks like it might not need a third coat, but I do have extra paint, so honestly I might end up doing it. Tomorrow is the day when we start painting the green. I was gonna do that today, but apparently the actual paint that Dawn used is not from Lowe's, it's from Home Depot. So when I went there today, they didn't have it. And yeah, but that's fine. I'm gonna end up getting it tonight, and then tomorrow we'll start. It should be really exciting. I'll show you guys what I purchased. I'm going to finish off the tape. It finally came in the mail. It's like 40 bucks. It's not cheap. It looks like it's holding up, and the reviews are awesome, so I'll show you guys what I got for the tape. Now, I agree that save as much money as you can, but realistically, the blow dryer takes so much time, and yeah, it worked. I honestly, I recommend the blow drying technique. It's awesome, but I just really wanted to try this, because this torch right here is going to be so useful for like future projects. So at the end of the day, I saw it at the store, and I was like, you know what? I should just purchase it, because eventually I'm gonna need it, and I can finish off this project with it. So it's nice and hot. It's nice and hot. I'm gonna go over some of the tape that's already on there that it looks like I need it. Looks like it needs it. Also got a new roller, because the other plastic one I had broke. This one doesn't look like it's bad quality, so we'll see if it can stand me. That's the ultimate test, if I use a product and if it works. Anyways, let's get this started. Oh my god, this is so much easier. Oh my god, this is so much easier. This is awesome. Ooh. Cool, I didn't appreciate that. Back to where we started, I guess. Another day. Today's the day that we paint, but of course it's not that easy. I can't get to the sides of where I need to paint in the tiny house, or to finish the painting fully the entire tiny house. I would have to jack up the tiny house, which I have jacked up the tiny house before, and it is definitely a little bit sketchy, but it's doable. And that's gonna have to be what we do today in order to paint it, because the railings are a huge issue right now. I cannot paint right here. I can't even fit a finger through there, let alone a paintbrush or a roller. So yeah, we're gonna have to jack this up. I'm gonna put a bunch of 2x4s, 2x3s, whatever I have underneath it. We're just gonna get it done. We're gonna get her done. I don't know how, but we're going to. This actually might take me a lot longer than I want it to, but here goes absolutely nothing. Why are there so many bugs out? It's kind of cold this morning, but it's getting to 80 degrees today, so the paint's gonna have the perfect temp to dry. Okay, you know, when you look at this tow strap being connected to the tiny house, you're probably confused. Jacking it up is not gonna work, sadly, but this side has a bunch of room that should be pretty easy to paint. Maybe not easy, but easier than this side, but it's not even. Like, you can see it opens up a lot over here, like a lot. And I could paint that. I could totally paint that. I could not paint this. So I'm gonna paint that side, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna try to yeet the tiny house a little bit over. And you know, it is not by any means a bulletproof plan, but that's what I have right now, and we're gonna roll with it. I'm gonna get everything ready. I'm gonna tape up the tiny house, which should take me another solid hour. It worked. I feel like on this channel, we've just done hundreds of DIY projects at this point. Not really on purpose, just fixing stuff. I have paint all over my face. And obviously my hands. Just so many DIY projects. And I love doing them. They're so much fun. But I have to say, that was the worst part of any DIY project I've ever had to do. I give a massive prop to like every single house painter out there. It's just so much work. And not only that, I'm not scared of heights. I'm definitely not. I've gone on so many roller coasters. I'm not scared of them. Sometimes I'll get in my head, but it is terrifying being on top of that roof and the possibility of falling through. It's not even how high I am, just falling through. Maybe that is fear of heights. I don't know, but I've never been scared of heights at all, but that freaks me out. So any roofers and painters or anything to do with the outside of a house, props to you, man. That is some intense stuff right there. I've always known you guys had a hard job, but doing it myself really puts it into perspective. We're gonna let that dry. I gotta go home, and then I'll be back tomorrow for another coat. Hopefully tomorrow. I don't think I have enough money for another paint can, which is such a bummer. So I gotta figure something out, because that paint's not cheap. I don't know if I can swing it, but that's for me to worry about. I'll keep you guys updated. See you hopefully pretty soon. If not, see you tomorrow. We hardly have enough paint right now, but budget is low. I'm not getting another thing of paint, so we're gonna try to do what we can with the very last bit of paint that we have. Alright, so I'm supposed to be doing a couple of coats which would make it thick enough to where you couldn't even see those lines. Also ignore the fact that I have like, it looks like green freckles. It's just the paint all over me. But you can still see the lines on this one, on that one, like every single side of the tiny house you can still see it, which is such a bummer because you're not even supposed to be able to see them. You're supposed to press it down enough with the heat and you can't even see it. So I think I'm really excited to post this video to kind of see what you guys have to say. I don't think it looks bad with it by any means. Obviously it doesn't look like flush and beautiful, but it's waterproof, right? I mean, at the end of the day, the most important thing of fixing up and repairing the tiny house was making sure it was going to be completely sealed up and that it could last as long as humanly possible, in my hands at least, which might only be a couple months, you never know. But tiny house, it's a mess in there. It's still in that giant bed form from when Sky and I just went camping in it, which was so much fun. But I'm thinking the next nice day, which isn't going to be for a while, I'm checking the weather, it's probably going to be another month, but I'm going to redo the inside. Put your comments down below. I literally want to hear everything you're thinking when it comes to this tiny house, because I want to paint the inside a different color. I gotta get the nail gun out, fix that right there. That we didn't nail gun it right there. That's kind of our fault, but that's okay. We got to nail gun that. And this is where the water kind of got in right there. It's not crazy bad, but I need to paint it. I'm going to get very sick of seeing those water stains. And then last but not least, water got in obviously right there. You can kind of see. I'm going to seal up all around it as well, which is just things I'm going to have to do in about a month. This is the last nice day, and then the temps plummet. That's kind of how it goes up in New England. You know, we're up north. We have a warm front, weird heat wave, and then it's just back down. So that's what's going to happen right now. I have so many game plans and big ideas for this tiny house. It's crazy. I just need the funds. So thank you guys so much for being patient with me to fix the outside. I really appreciate that. But again, the second the funds come in, we're doing what I want to do to the inside finally. We made it work with what we had, and I love this tiny house, but I have a bigger picture that I really want to do. So this thing's looking beautiful. I'm so jacked up, but hopefully she's completely water sealed now. Again, I just can't wait to hear from you guys because you guys are the smart ones. So, you know, I wouldn't say I'm not smart, but there's a lot of you that watch my videos that are highly educated and do this stuff for a living. I do not do this for a living. But I love DIY, so here we are. That's what's going on. I just love DIY so much that I drain my bank account every month to fix stuff that I break. Another thing that I'm thinking is taking off this. Do we really need the gate is the real question. It doesn't look crazy hard to come off. I mean, I can't imagine it's easy. You got a couple bolts, and then there's that suspension brake right there that there's a bolt in there. So like, I think it's only 3 bolts holding it together, but I could be very wrong. But I think I'm going to take it off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. This was an expensive one and a stressful one, so make sure to leave a like, support the channel in any way you possibly can. I'd really appreciate it. Any advice, let me know, etc. But that's all I got for you guys. I just can't wait to see what you guys have to say down below. I'm excited to get home, edit, and upload this video so I can see what you guys have to say. We're in this project together, but I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you beautiful people on the next one.